Oh boy, guys, this is going to be a rough one. How's it going? Octopus here, and welcome back to Union Cross. I got sick, I overworked myself, working in the backyard, woke up this morning, body aches, stuffed up, bad cough, it's just terrible. Finally got my internet back today, but I had no energy to do anything, so I hope you guys don't mind the nasal nose and all that. You know, I can't speak properly. Let's go for what you're here. Axel Kai is coming out tonight. He came out on JP already. What's he all about? Is he good? Are you going to pull for him? Again, you guys do what you guys want. I'm just going to give you guys ideas of why to pull and why not to pull. So, starting from the top, he is a 2-turn buffer slash debuffer. So, PvP he'll carry over, which is nice. Other quests he also carry over. But with the amount of buffs and debuffs we have in all the medals we have, especially prime medals, it's not really that much of a big deal because we've got the buffs and the debuffs we need, since stained glass medals, which we're going to talk about in a second. So 2 turns, he will lower the enemy's reverse defense by 4, your power defense down on the enemy by 7. He'll raise your strength of power by 5, and at 6 stars he'll raise your reverse strength by 5. At 7 stars he'll raise it by 7. So at 6 stars, he's got a max multiplier of 14.26, and at 7 stars, a 31.28 for AoE damage, which means area of effect, so it hits all the enemies. It's not single target. The condition to get maximum multiplier, and this is the funny part, because he has to be at the end of the Keyblade slot to do more damage, but he's got this 90% guild to all medals, so you kind of want him in the beginning of the Keyblade setup. It's not going to matter once more medals come out with 90%, that he can always sit on the end, but his multiplier isn't that crazy good for an attacking medal. He's crazy good for AoE, not the best, but he's good. But I find it weird that he has to be at the end of the Keyblade when he's got this 90% guild special that has to be in the beginning of the Keyblade setup for that extra 10% compared to the other buffers we have. But besides that, he deals 5 hits. He has no counters, so when he hits an enemy with a blue counter, a number above their head, or a red one, it won't be affected. He just skips right through. He doesn't increase it or decrease it, which is nice for an AoE medal especially, but we've kind of got the Incredibles for that now. Mr. Incredible's got like a huge AoE multiplier. Not as big as this, but still big enough that we don't have to have this kind of power. You guys can kind of see where I'm going with this. So, very awkward. 90% guillotine buffs because of his condition for maximum damage, but that is the medal. Not that great for high score challenges because of the 5 hits, and that's pretty much all he's got going for him. So we're going to jump into Keyblades comparison, and is he worth it? So there's no image on cookstracker.com, and they did screw up the buffs. These buffs aren't as big, so ignore this whole section over here for now. These two are okay, but ignore everything else. So, like I was saying, 31.28, we're going to compare it to other medals, especially AoE medals, to see where it sits. So, back here where tier 7s are, we've got the multipliers of 29.28, but they got to be in certain slots. And then you got medals that need more lux at 29.04. So already the new Axel is doing better than all that. But where does he compare to other tier 8s? So, he's got a multiplier of 31.28. These tier 8s got a multiplier of 32.41, and they came out a long time ago. And all they have is inflict more damage the higher your HP, so they can be anywhere in the Keyblade slot. Not as much buffs and debuffs, but pretty close. Especially when you have medals like the Key Arts, the Prime medals, Stained Glass medals, your own Kai or Shion. So, we already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 medals that are EX medals. Key Art 16 especially, a lot of people have this, but it's upright, can't really compare it, but 32.41, 32.41, 32.41, all better than the Axel already. And then you go up to the Stained Glass medals, which have to be in the beginning of the Keyblade slot, but they do have a higher multiplier, so they actually sit in the beginning where they're going to buff and do some decent damage, where if he doesn't sit in the beginning, he doesn't give everyone 90%, but if he sits at the end of the Keyblade, he gets higher damage, but only him, Pet Slot, and Friend Medal get 90%. So, very awkward, but not that big of a deal. Like I said, 90% is going to be like a normalator. So, but the whole point is that he's a new EX medal, and he's got a 31.28. Nothing exciting. Because, right here, this entire row beats him all the way up to the Stained Glass medals here. These don't count because that's single target damage. AoE is 23.85. The only other two that beats him is high score challenge medals, which is Young Mickey B and Musketeer Pete, having the 36.40 best AoE damage in the game. So, he doesn't sit somewhere where you would say to yourself, I'm going to pull for this medal, because we've had plenty of deals where we got these guys guaranteed almost every pull, 5 mercy pulls, stuff like that. Not guaranteed every pull, but you know what I mean. This is a VIP medal, just the gist of it. So besides that, 31 to 29 is not that big of a difference. And like I said before, I prefer these AoE medals, like the prime medals, that have AoE at 24 almost, and then really good single target, plus all these buffs and debuffs, all that good stuff instead of this. So if I was going to spend jewels, I would definitely go for the Roxas and Xion. Any future prime medals that come out are actually going to be better than this. Even though their multiplier for AoE is lower, we've accomplished so much in the game with Key Art 17, Buzz, Woody, you've got this prime medal. So all the prime medals that came in the game already have been accomplishing the AoE damage we need. So nothing too exciting here. And like I said before, right now you got the Incredibles at 24.70 for Mr. Incredible. And he also raises the enemy's counters by 3. So doesn't ignore it, he raises it, so your other medals that do multiple hits or extra attacks and all that are actually going to benefit from this. 24 multiplier is more than enough, and included with the 40% booster going on for the month, 37.54. On top of that 90%, which is huge, huge damage, but that's only for temporary. So the point being is that, yeah, he does go to 39 with his 90% guilt, which is higher, Mr. Incredible, but we don't need that much AoE damage. And when you're looking at making a medal into 7 stars, you're not going to choose an AoE medal, especially a tier 8. A tier 8, no. You want to make your single target medals into AoE medals. Into 7 stars, so they can do better in PvP, so you can make more fairy tickets to make more power in your game. You're not going to worry about PvE content because it's rarely there, and when it is there, Keyard 17, Buzz, Woody, Roxas and Xion, so on and so on. Enough AoE damage. Now, the only thing that he's got going for him is that buff. So, back over here, the times 7 reverse strength up is pretty good. There's not much medals that do that in the game and also have a lot of power. I kind of got them all set up over here. Sykes, he was one of them. He's got times 7. Of course, you got Xion over here, Kai, that does everything. Times 7 reverse strength. The Musketeer Pete, all the reverse stained glass medals. And then, of course, Lexaeus, which has better single target damage. So if we sort that and we put it to medals that buff your reverse strength and multiplier wise, Mr. Invisible here only does times 3, so it doesn't count. But like I said, Sykes, times 7. And then, of course, Lexaeus over here at 7 stars, times 7. So that times 7 reverse strength is there. You also got the old Axel that does times 7 defense down. So a combination of those two is pretty good. But in all honesty, I don't think I would just pull for him for that times 7. There's going to be more medals coming out. We have medals with extra attack. We've got multiple 7 stars that already give us times 3. So when you cast 2 7-star reverse medals, you've got times 6 reverse. And if you use the Akari, the Xion EX, that gives you times 2 at 6 stars. So you have enough in 3 medals without having this giant times 7. And it's a different story in PvP. It's good to have a multiplier big on its own just in case medals get skipped and like that, but not enough to go polling for. It is going to be a falling price deal, 11,600. You will get 5,000 from the quest, but I think this is an easy skip. There's nothing special about this medal. Honestly, everything that you see here, even if this was all times 7, everything you see here, you can get from every other medal in the game. All the other prime medals, stained glass medals, so on and so on. And most likely, everybody would be seeing this multiplier, 14.26. Nobody's going to really see 7 stars unless you're flowing in 7-star tier 8 and you've made all your medals into 7 stars already and you got nothing left. Sure, but we don't need this AoE damage. Not needed at all. That is pretty much it about this medal. This medal is pretty straightforward. Nothing too exciting. I am actually surprised my voice didn't collapse on me. I don't think I missed anything on this medal. That's it. That's it, guys. Skip it. I say skip it, especially if you're free to play, especially if you're not doing good in PvP. It's a tier 8 that should not have priority of becoming a 7-star unless you really like PvE content versus fairy tickets. I don't know. But that's pretty much everything, guys. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to leave anything down below in the comment section, please do so. If you want to add why you think this medal is good or not good, or are you going to pull for it in a couple of hours. If you did enjoy the video, like I said, show some love, show some support. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one, if this cold doesn't take me.